Good evening to everyone. My name is Sunil Sohani. We are a Sohani Academy. We three are all relatives. Me, myself, Sunil Sohani. I'll share my details. Wait a minute. See, basically, background is this one. I am mechanical engineer and I also done diploma in management studies. And I worked for many years in automobile industry, mainly in Premier Automobiles. You know the old Fiat car, Premier, and General Motors, which is a USA company. Then after that, I have started teaching in maths, and we opened the institute Sohani Academy at Vileparle, Mumbai in 2001. I have trained many students for competitive exam for more than 20 years. And also I was specialized in training students for government math scholarship, IPM math scholarship, Ravindra, again maths exam, Pratnya maths exam. And in 2009, I introduced with my son's help a online service for practicing mathematics in general. Also, at the same time, I have been guiding students for school maths for 8, 9, 10 standards. So this is my basic background. And my son, who is Prashant, who takes physics, and my wife, Anandmai, she takes chemistry. So this is the background of Sohani Academy and myself. Okay, now we come to the class part. लाइन बाजूला कशी घेतली? Okay, so here's the paper of Jan 2023 year, starting from question 21. And to begin the class, I am going to tell you to solve one question of your own for the first 5 minutes. And so, can you see the question fully? This sir, question. So, question 29 is the first question. I want you all to figure out solution. Try to think on the question. Maybe somebody has already attempted the question. Maybe somebody already has the solution of their own. But now, next 5 minutes, I am going to tell you to think on the question, try to do some work in your notebook, draw the diagram, label the diagram as per your understanding, as per the given information. And here we are trying to find the angle AOD. So let me draw the question figure. Meanwhile, you can think on the question. O is the center of the circle. AD is a line parallel to OB, which is a diagonal of square ABCO. ABCO is a square. OB is okay. This is the information given in the question. So please draw the figure, point number one, and also start marking some things which are given in the question as per your understanding. Don't look at the figure blankly, then nothing will happen. I hope by now everybody has drawn the figure. We are only do this exercise only for one question in today's class. For the rest of the questions, I am going to explain the solution without asking you to think. And this is one of the, you can say, second toughest question of this paper. The first toughest question.
Sir, your voice is very low.
My voice is?
Sir, your voice is very low.
Voice is very low. What to do? Is it okay now?
No.
Huh? माईकचं काय ऍडजस्टमेंट असतं आपण जसं स्पीकर वाला
नाही ह्याचं पण असतं
कमी होता कमी करतोय
नाही मी तो खूप वाढवला की आता बोलून बघा
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
येस सर
Yes, sir.
Good. I hope all are trying to get the solution of the question. Okay, I'll start some markings on the figure. I have drawn the other diagonal and the intersection point is called E. Then I have also dropped a perpendicular to the line DA. I mark that point as T. This is a construction part which was not given in the figure. So sometimes we have to do the construction. Because only looking at the figure we don't get any result. And we are unnecessarily confused what to do in the question. So sometimes a construction is required. Now how it is going to help, that is the issue. Now since they are asking angle AOD, so let me join point D and O and let me mark this angle is required, the darken. Now first thing, let me say AO is 1 unit. Yeah. So since AOCB is a square, if I say AO is 1 unit, then all other sides are 1 unit. Now as you see, the diagonal bisects the angle A. So this angle is 45, this angle is 45. The whole angle A is 90. Same thing here. Angle B becomes 45. And if you closely see, the line BAT is parallel to line BO. And parallel line concept, AB becomes the transversal. Therefore, this side angle becomes 45. because alternate angle for transversal for two parallel lines. And as a result, you will find that this angle is also becomes 45 because the whole total is going to be 180. And as you see, this angle is already 90 and this is 45. Therefore, this side angle AOT is going to be 45. Now let us look at the diagonal OB. Applying Pythagoras theorem for OAB triangle. The Pythagoras theorem says AO square plus AB square is OB square. And we have taken AO as 1 unit. So AO square is 1. Same way AB is 1, which is OB square. So if you solve, it is 2 is equal to OB square. So OB is going to be root 2.
But sir,
Yeah.
isn't diagonal of a square already side root 2?
Say again.
Diagonal of any square is side root 2, right?
Yeah, right.
So we could have done. Okay,
Yeah, so I have taken side as
okay,
1 for simplicity.
okay, sir.
So basically, I am not involving variables. So by taking one number, still it is okay. If I would have called each side is x, then the answer would have been x square root 2, where x is the side. Now, in this particular kind of exams, there is no need of understanding what the method was used to get the answer. Here you are expected to get the answer, mark the answer, the job is done. So I have taken a little simple approach by taking one unit. So I have come to OB. If you see, O is the center of the circle, the big circle, and you will see OB is the radius of that circle. And you will also understand that, oh yes, OD is also radius of the circle. So whatever value of OB, that radius is OD. So I can write this is also equal to OD. So now we have value of OD as root 2. Now I am looking at the triangle DTO. So if the AO is the hypotenuse for, okay, let me talk about triangle AOT first. So AO is the hypotenuse. So one square, if I call these are equal sides, let's say by a letter XX, then x square plus x square is 1 square. So 2x square is 1. So x square is 1 upon 2. Then x is 1 upon root 2. And the x is nothing but OT side. Now slowly we are coming to DTO triangle. In DTO triangle, we know OD, which is the hypotenuse. You can see in the figure, 90 is T. So OD is the hypotenuse. Therefore, OD square is OT square plus DT square. We already know value of OD root 2 square is 2, and OT is just now found. The square of that is 1 upon 2 plus dt square. So 2 minus 1 and a half, 3 upon 4 is dt square. So dt will become, sorry, this is 2, not 4, 3 upon 2. So dt will be under root of 3 upon 2. So basically, at the end, the job required is angle finding AOD. So I have found some information. Let me explain you with Pythagoras theorem, where one angle is 90, the other is 30, the third one is 60. So hypotenuse is called h, then the side opposite to 30 is h upon 2, and side opposite to 60 is root 3 upon 2 times the h. And if you look at the information of dt,
Sir,
yeah,
can you move your camera a little bit down, sir?
down,
हा वरतो ना ते थोडं वरती काढा ना वरती द्या म्हणजे कारण हा अपॉन टू दिसत नाही.
okay. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, so we solve this DTO sides. DT is the whole root 3 upon 2. OD was root 2 and OT was 1 upon root 2. And if you look at Pythagoras theorem with 30, 60, 90 angle property, then side opposite to 30 is half of the hypotenuse. Now in our case, what is the hypotenuse? OD. And OD is how much? Root 2. So let me say, so let me call this as T as per our figure. And then angle D will be this ODT 60. So D will be opposite to 60 dt, and the last one is O. So if you compare these values with the hypotenuse and relation with 30, 60, you will find my hypotenuse is how much? It is OD, and OD is root 2. Then 30 degrees opposite will be half of root 2. So if you calculate half of root 2, it will be 1 upon root 2. Because root 2 divided by 2 will be 1 upon root 2. Similarly, if you take the hypotenuse as root 2 for angle opposite to 60, it will become root 3 upon 2 multiplied by root 2. And simplify it, then you will get root of 3 upon 2, which is dt. So this is dt. So as a result, we understood angles in the triangle DTO. As I have shown here, these are the angles DTO. So coming back to our original figure, then we realized, as I have shown here, angle O is 60. So this angle TOD is 60, and we have angle TOA as 45, and therefore we got the answer of AOD angle as 15. I hope this is clear. So the answer angle AOD is 60 minus 45, which is 15. So what was involved in this? As per your school maths, we use hypotenuse theorem for getting some answers. Again hypotenuse theorem for getting some answers. Then Pythagoras theorem, sorry, for getting the answer. Lastly, we use property of 30, 60, 90 degree angle to understand what can be possible angles of that triangle DOT. And from there we understood that angle DOT is 60. So AOD will be 60 minus angle TOA 15. I hope all have understood. Now I'll give some time for you. You have to note down everything, the entire details in your notebook. I'll give you 5 minutes. And meanwhile, if anybody has any kind of doubt, can ask me. Basically, we have used only Pythagoras theorem and 30, 60, 90-degree property. Nothing more than that.
Can you explain once again how OD is equal to root 2?
Say again.
Can you explain once again how OD is equal to root 2?
Acha, have you understood how I got OB as root 2?
Yes, sir.
Can you see at the entire circle where O is the center of the circle and B is the radius?
Yes.
And if you move this compass like this, OD is also radius.
Okay.
Therefore, OB and OD are the radii. So if OB is root 2, OD is also root 2.
And sir, one more thing, if you change the, let's say, the unit, let's take A as 2 units or 4 units, it answer won't change, right?
Answer won't change. See,
Answer
total
won't change.
values, net effect will be same answer.
Okay.
If you want as a homework, you can what you can do, you can take as I have taken AO as 1, you can try practicing with AO as X. Still you will get the same answer. But many times language of X is little difficult to understand and numbers are little easy, they talk very easily. So I have choose this approach. And this is not a school exam where the method is going to matter. So start writing nicely because I want this to be written very nicely. The first question may last long, may take more time, no issue. And this question is the second most difficult question in this paper. There is one more question which is more difficult than this. And that most difficult question I am going to discuss only at the end of the class. So after this question, we'll do easy questions first. And at the end of sessions, we'll do the most difficult.
Sir,
Yes?
how do we know that where to construct?
Oh, that is by practice.
Okay, sir.
There is no direct solution for every question.
Okay.
In maths, you know what happens? There is not only one method. There can be many different approaches to get the answer. So this is one of the approaches which I have taken. Maybe we will come up with some other solution, a different method with proper basic things, theories, and get the same answer without construction. Then you will be more clever than me. Then you could solve the question without any construction. Then that will be the best part. And you can share this kind of solutions on WhatsApp to me. I can look through your solutions. If I find it is genuine, I'll share that in the class. No problem. But if I find there is some loophole in the solution, I'll reply to you that there was this loophole, therefore this is not a correct solution.
Sir, from where to practice this type of thing?
Where to practice, we'll come to that later on. These kind of questions are not available in the market.
Hello, sir.
Yes?
Yeah, sir, how is ATO 90 degrees?
Because it is construction. I plotted from point O a 90
Huh?
degree line for
So
DA.
you, so you just plotted at its 90 degrees and that's phase 4.
Yeah, it's like a part of construction. Na. From O, I can drop always a point which is at 90 degrees.
And and then you prove that AT and OT are similar. That way it's just
ATOTV, went through the angle theory. The diagonal is bisecting the angle A. Both angles are 45, 45. This is also 45. This became alternate angle for two parallel lines. So alternate angle became 45. This whole is 90. So remaining angle is 45. Then this is 90. So the third angle is going to be 45. So I went up to this part. After that, the job left was to find the total angle TOD so that I can understand how much minus 45 I need to do to get angle AOD.
and then OT is half of OC that we have taken. Okay?
OT is
Half of AC OC.
OC.
Yeah, because like OT is you have taken it as 1/2, right? No,
OT is 1 upon root 2.
oh, 1/2. Okay, yeah.
See AOT figure, this is the
Hmm.
Pythagoras theorem I applied. I assume OT is x and this is the isosceles triangle. So this is x, this is x. Apply Pythagoras theorem to get the answer of OT, which is x.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So everything clear to everyone? I hope so.
Yes, sir.
And I hope all have written down the solution.
Sir, I'm almost done.
Tell me if somebody is still writing the solution. I'll wait.
Sir, 1 minute, sir, please.
Huh.
Please wait for 1 minute. Last
Yeah.
step is one.
Okay, no problem. I'll wait. All have written, or should I still wait? कितनी हो गई?
Completed, sir.
Okay, now we move to the next part of the program for the only one question, not for all the questions. Now what you have to do is, you have to open a new page in your notebook. Listen to me carefully. Open a new page where you cannot see the solution written by you. And also, for some time, I will also not show you the camera showing the solution. Now, what you have to do is look at the question again. You have understood the solution. This is what your gut feelings, right? Now, I want you to do the entire solution by your own without looking at the solution. That is point number one. Those who are able to do the solution without looking at the solution page, I will say excellent job. Those who are finding still difficulty, अरे कहाँ start करूँ, क्या करूँ, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Those students can again go back to the solution where they are stuck up. Look what they missed out in the solution. They felt they understood it, but when it time comes that you have to do it now, so many times it happens that अरे समझ में तो आया था, अभी वापस वही क्वेश्चन आया है एग्जाम में. उस टाइम तो समझा था, अभी नहीं आ रहा है, होता है ऐसे. So then you can again refer to the solution, understand that step which you missed out, and it may happen more times, no problem. This exercise we are going to do only for one question in the class. So all the best to all. See how many of you can do the solution without looking at the solution.
So will you switch off your camera?
I'll switch off the camera, no problem. Thank you for guiding me. I have already given otherwise solution. हे कुठे गेलं?
Sir, can you display the
And raise your hand those who got the solution without looking back at the solution again. Let me understand how many could get the answer again without looking back at the solution, and be honest in the answer. Okay, all children, you can stop doing your work. So far, 15 children have raised hands. They are claiming they could get the solution without looking to the solution. That's a good sign. And others who could not perform, no problem. Okay, now 20 have raised the hands. Get. Now, what is the purpose of doing this activity? Let me explain you first of all. So now I will share another screen. Okay, now stop doing your work and look at my screen. So there is a Word document which I have created to help you all for the coming 1.5 month. It's a guideline to crack MPI Standard 11 entrance test to be held on 28th January coming exam in January 24. You have to follow this pattern. Take the test on the following dates and time should be strictly 10 to 1 because the exam time is going to be 10 to 1 on 28th Jan. And if you set your schedule to sit for those 3 hours on every Sunday, I have listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 papers to be solved by you. And every paper you have to solve on the given dates mentioned on the document for 3 hour duration. Maybe somebody will say, sir, I have studied this. I have done this test. No problem. So it will be like a redo test as we did this question again. That you had known the solution. Like today, question 29, we discussed the solution and again you tried that solution. So same thing will happen to some students. Some will say, I have not seen the paper. For them, it will be the real kind of exam. So this 5 Sunday schedule you have to follow. This is point one. Now why I have made this schedule, I'll let you know. So every Sunday when you do the test, then go to the point mentioned below. Now you don't have to write these points. I'm going to share this on our class link. So you have to just understand what I'm explaining here. Now you have to make an Excel sheet or in a notebook, make columns for every Sunday, and then there will be a redo test, make column for that. So let me explain you the entire concept. Make a record of the scores of all the subjects after taking the test. So make 3 columns for every day, that in physics I got this much, chemistry this much, maths this much. Fine. Now what happens after 17th Sunday? The following Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays of every week after the test, what you are supposed to do? Study the paper solutions 1 hour per day. Like I have given 3 days for studying the solution. On Monday you study the chemistry paper solution for 1 hour or 1.5 hour, whatever you want. On Tuesday, study the paper solution of physics. Wednesday, study the math solutions. After you have studied, you feel like I have understood everything, what was missed out. Then in the same week, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you have to redo the papers of each subject. And what you have to do, redo 1 hour every day. Thursday, you redo chemistry paper. Friday, you do physics paper. Saturday, you do maths paper. And again, record the scores. What happened to your scores after studying the paper? You are redoing it. Second time, you are solving those 10 questions of every subject. So now add this redo test performance to your test scores, which you already performed, and you will understand the progress. And the progress has to improve, it cannot deprove, it cannot go down, because already you got 5 marks in, let's say, physics. You cannot get 0. Definitely you should improve your performance by doing studying, redoing the test, same paper, same question. There is no different question, and you keep doing this for 5 weeks sincerely. So basically, I am asking you to give 9 hours every week of your time. I know all are busy with board exam, prelims, and what all stuff. But you decide, is this also very important like board exam? That is point number one. You feel, yes, this is very important. Yes, in board, maybe I'll get, instead of 100, maybe I'll get 95 because I devoted time for something else. That is still fine. That is your choice. Or rather, I would say your parents' choice. But my point is here, those who want to sincerely appear for this entrance test exam, they have to at least give 9 hours per week, and that is not too much of time I am demanding. I hope all can do that much to get some success. So when you continue this program, the program will get over on 20th Jan, because in the last, after 14th January, the next 6 days will be studying and redoing the test of April 20. Then there is only 1 week left before the exam. So I advise not to solve any more question papers. Point number one. In the last week before the exam, then what you should do, you revise all the concepts, what you learn in this 1.5 month activity, and you can try doing redo difficult questions which you could not solve them even in a redo test. You need to do only this much. I hope this schedule is understood by everyone. Now I have come to the next part. You can see in this document at the end, bottom line, I have written, while solving the test on every Sunday, follow 5-1-1-1-1- approach as explained in the class. So right now I am going to explain you what is this approach. So I am stopping this document. You don't have to copy anything. Okay. हाँ सब zoom करो ना. Now coming for the real test. So basically, every test you take on Sundays, you have to follow this solving pattern. Point number one, if you get 100 in physics, you get 100 in chemistry, and you get only 15 in maths, then you are failed. Nobody is asking you to score 100 or 100 in each subject. What is exactly I am trying to tell you here is, the cutoff point is you have to get 50% score. That means in physics, you need to get at least 5 questions right out of 10. Chemistry 5 out of 10. Maths 5 out of 10. And you are through. This is first shortcut to crack the test. And as you can see, the 555, and my Word document was showing something like 511111. So what is that? I will explain. So when you take the test, even in the Sunday test, practice test, you apply this concept that, see, I have to get only 5, 5 and 5. I have got 3 hours to get the score. This is the minimum requirement. So how to get this? So you don't have to solve the entire paper of physics, then proceed to the chemistry, and then for the leftover time you go to maths. That will be a wrong approach to crack the exam. So when you start the exam on every Sunday, you have got 5 Sundays as trials to understand this approach. Solve 5 questions of physics go to 5 questions of chemistry and you have to choose questions best of your choice. Here I am not mentioning that first 5 you have to solve. I am saying out of 10, you can pick up questions which you are comfortable with. That looking at the question you understand, yes, I think I can crack this question. Then pick up that question, do your work in a paper nicely, thoroughly, and if you can get 5 questions of your choice, job in physics is done for the time being. Do the same thing for chemistry, do the same thing for maths. Now let me assume the time taken for every question in physics is 5 minutes, in chemistry is 5 minutes, and in maths is 10 minutes. So you are doing for one question. So 5 into 5 is 25 minutes, 25, and this is 50 minutes. So you have done work of 100 minutes in doing 5 questions of each subject. You have total time frame of 180 minutes. You have already spent 100 minutes. I am assuming maybe you will take less time, should not take more than this time. That is also definite. So then you have left with 80 minutes for doing something more. So you attempted 5 questions of every subject. Now you have more time left. Suppose you finish this part in 80 minutes, then you have 100 minutes. The minute remaining will depend on the child. So this is roughly average time left over. Now, after doing this much, you can go to the physics part. Maybe you can analyze your solutions. Do you feel that all the solutions are correct or you are not sure about it? Then don't worry anything. Now the next time approach is going to be, after doing 5 questions, you came back to, let's say, physics section. Now you attempt only one more, chemistry one more, maths one more. Still time is left. Go back to physics, one more, one more, one more. But many times what happens, a child is very strong in chemistry, let's say for example, then he does not have to do more questions in chemistry. If he is weak in maths, he need to do more in maths than in chemistry. And the one who is very good in physics, he need not do more questions in physics. Only if he is not sure that my 5 questions may be right, may be wrong, then you have to decide how many more I should complete to crack that 50% score. That is the entire approach of the exam. So look which subject is comfortable you are in. Don't solve more questions, but make sure that you are ahead of 50% cutoff. That is very important. So this approach you can make every Sunday. Study the approach. Study you felt something and happened something else. Looking at your score, then you can change your plan accordingly as per the subject, as per your skill level. So this is the best way of doing things, because every paper will have at least 2 or 3 difficult questions in every subject. I would say at least 2. So you need not have to attempt those 2 difficult questions of every subject. You can devote that time for getting simpler question solutions, and as a result you should get 50% cutoff. That's it. So keep this approach in mind. That is very important. And you have to pick up a question which you feel you can solve it. You are comfortable with it. Don't go for a very difficult question where the question you are not able to understand. Forget those questions. So this is what approach you have to follow on every Sunday as a practice paper. So once you follow this pattern for 5 Sundays, you will come out with some technique of your own, what I suggested, and then you can accordingly modify your technique for a particular subject or for all the subjects. Choice is yours. So make sure that if you get 100% in physics, 100% in chemistry, maths 10, you are out of the entrance test. That is point number one. Explaining point number two. The last test which happened, there were 300 students, and I believe they have only selected 18 students with a cutoff of physics 25, chemistry 25, and maths 20. Those who got this score, that means 5 questions correct in physics, 5 in chemistry, and 4 in maths. So this cutoff can vary plus minus 5. It depends on the question paper and the type of student who are solving it. So with this cutoff marks, only 18 are selected out of 300. If you look, calculate percentage, it is very small percentage. Now let us come back to our classes. We have 50 students enrolled for our classes, online classes, and now you have only 22 vacancies left to fill, because they are going to fill only 40. Nothing more beyond 40. Point number one. So if you take roughly this percentage as half percent, because 25 is half of 50. So your chance in our class of 50 students is 50% can get selected. That is out of these 50 students who are taking the class with us. What about the people who are not taking the class, and let's say there are another 200 students who are not taking the class with me? So there will be good bright students here, X bright students, then your chance goes back down 22 minus X. So see the amount of efforts required, and see the approach. I told you question 29 you should properly write, and then close the solution, do it your own. And this is the study approach for the after the practical exam which we are going to take on Sundays. Then the coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like I have made this approach for not maths, only maths, it is applicable for physics and chemistry also. So you can study the solution of physics, close the solution, do it your own. You understood, you got it, very good. You could not get it, you stuck up somewhere, again read the solution, complete the remaining part. For every question you have to do this activity, not only maths, physics, chemistry, also you can do. I hope all are clear with my guidelines, because this is going to make you feel little comfortable that okay, I don't have to score 100% in every subject, but I have to crack, and this is a shortcut to crack. Okay, now I come back to our activity of discussing question paper. The guideline is over. The last guideline I missed out is in the coming week, the next week, again we are going to discuss Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, physics, chemistry, maths, paper April 23. What I want you all to do is on a Tuesday, let's say at 5:30, you take that paper and try to solve that paper up to 6:30. The 10 question on physics before the class starts. Why this approach? Because you have just saw those 10 questions, they are good in your memories. You have understood the difficulty, you tried to solve it, and you are stuck up with some questions at some step. And when the class will begin, the teacher will start explaining the solution, and then you can correlate where you got stopped, could not understand what to do next. And quickly you will understand, oh, this is what I was missing out. And then those solutions will become very easy to understand. That is the whole issue. So that guidance lecture will become very easy for you, because you have already seen those 10 questions before the class started, and those 10 questions are getting explanation, and you know which question you could solve, which you could not solve, where you got stuck up, and there is no solution. So try and think. So this is the last guideline for the coming week. And this was the entire guideline for the coming 1.5 months. Okay. So we have taken so much time in doing the guideline course. We have already done 55 minutes of course. Maybe required, I can extend the course duration today so that we complete all the 10 questions where we have only completed one question. Now I'll pick up very easy questions to speed up. Then question 27. ABCD is a rectangle. हाँ. कसं करायचं रे? इथं पण शेअर करायचं आणि बोर्ड पण यूज करायचं.
हां होईल दोन्ही.
बोर्ड पण दिसेल ना?
हो दिसेल.
Okay, I am referring to question 27. ABCD is a rectangle. 27. Through C, a variable line is drawn so as to cut AB at X and DA produced at Y. Okay. Area of the rectangle is 99. Then what is the value of bx multiplied by dy? This is very easy question actually. Let me do the working. As you can see, my 0, 0 marking is because they are vertically opposite angles. So they are always equal. You can see that this is a rectangle, so angle B and angle D are 90. And if you study the triangle XBC will be similar to triangle X is letter O, which can be here also alternate angle. So X is represented by C, D is 90 as B is 90, and the last letter left is 1. So this is similarity test. In similarity test, you need only two angles, and I have shown two angles which are similar, I mean equal, and therefore these triangles pass the test. Now what? Then applying the proportionality theorem for the similar triangles. How I am writing this very quickly without any confusion, I will explain you. XB is the first two letters, therefore CD is the next two letters. BC is the next two letters, therefore DY are the next two letters. And X is the first and last letter, and C and Y are the first and last letters. This is the same. So to avoid confusion, you can go this way very slowly. Now, area of the triangle is given as 99, and area is what? Length into breadth, BC into CD. And we are asked XB into DY. So if you look only at this part, you have got the answer. So BC into CD is equal to XB into DY. BC into CD is also equal to XB into DY. And already they have said the area of the triangle is 99. So the multiplication of XB into DY is also going to be 99. That's it. Now I want you to write down the solution quickly. Ask me if you have any doubt on this question. Once you have written the solution, I'll go to the next question.
So in triangle XBC is similar to triangle CDY. So have you shown that angle x is equal to angle c, as in like angle
Yeah,
cxb is equal to
see,
angle?
this is parallel line, and XC is the transversal, and if this is
Oh
O,
yeah,
this is O, alternate angles are equal.
yeah, okay. Sorry.
So here, this O is of no help, so I can erase it.
Yeah, okay.
So this was very easy question. And now again you will see this is a 10th standard maths or 9th standard maths. So I'll just wait for 2 minutes for you to write down the solution.
Done.
Is still anybody writing or everyone is over? Done writing? I hope all have done writing. Let us go to the next question. Let me come to question 30. Okay, question 30 can be completed by intuition or looking at the. This is not a question of any syllabus of standard 10, standard 9. It is a general question. The question 30 reads as ABC are digits of a 3-digit number. So 3-digit number ABC are the digits. So first reaction what I see, and this is what you also should do while solving this paper, attempting the paper. How to represent 3-digit number? So 100A plus 10B plus C is the expanded form of a 3-digit number. That is the first reaction should come to your mind. Also, they have given one more information: 64A plus 8B plus C. The answer is 403. Then they are asking the value of A plus B plus C. That means you should know what is A, B, and C individual digits are. Now I am going to use one concept which is not a part of, I don't think is covered in standard 9 or 10, but there is one concept. See, you can see here 64 and 8 are multiples of 8. 403 is not a multiple of 8, and C is the unknown digit. One way is like you can understand looking at this information. Looks like C has to be 3. Looks like C has to be 3. But there is theory behind it. What we do is we divide each part of this by 8, and it is called division by 8 as called mod 8. If I divide 64A by mod 8, because of 64, the remainder after division will be 0. Same will happen when I divide 8b part by mod 8, means divided by 8. Remainder will be 0. When I go to C, unknown digit, so it will remain as a remainder, mod 8. And the right side pan, 402 divided by 8, you can see clearly the remainder is going to be after division 3.
So can you please repeat it?
Yeah.
This is a remainder theorem when you divide a number by 8. In this case 8 because they are multiples of 8. Two numbers are multiple of 8. You can have any divisor here. It depends on the question which divisor you should take. So when I divide 64a by 8, there will be 0 remainder. You can take a, for example, 1, then it is 64. 64 divided by 8 is 0. Remainder I am talking, not the quotient. 8b, let's say b is 2, 8 to the 16. 16 divided by 8, remainder will be 0. C is an unknown digit, so it will be left as the remainder. We don't know whether C is 8 or what. 403 divided by 8, remainder is going to be 3. If you divide the number by 8, you will find the remainder is 3. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now this
Yes.
mod 8 means divided by 8. Now another question might demand some other divisor that you have to figure out looking at the question. But this is a very basic simple approach. And see, as you see here, that these 0 remainders are gone out of the picture because there is nothing remaining. Then what is left? That C divided by 8 is C. 3 divided by, 403 divided by 8 is 3. That means it is clearly understood that C has to be 3. Is this clear?
Sir, is this formula given somewhere? I see.
It is a number theory actually. I am not sure
Okay.
number theory how much is discussed in the class school. There is a remainder theorem in algebra,
Okay.
but that is little different than this basic number thing. Now let's go to the next part. So we have found the C value 3. So you subtract 3 from 403 and you are left over with this equation 64a plus 8b is 400. Now we can see all the numbers are divisible by 8. I'll divide quickly all by 8 and I have this information. Again I'll apply the mod 8 theory. With 8 is divided by modulus 8, we'll get 0 remainder. B divided by modulus 8 will give B remainder because we don't know digit B. And 50 divided by 8, I'll get 2 remainder when divided by 8. And again, as we had cancelled these 0 remainder things, here in this equation, this gets cancelled out because there is nothing remaining. Therefore, B gets value of C. So we have found two values. We have got one equation to find the A. So 8 2s are 16. 400 minus 6. No, we'll take this simpler one. B is 2. 50 minus 2 is 48 divided by 8. 48 divided by 8 is 6. And therefore the required answer is A is going to be 6, B is 2, C is 3. Answer is over. Quickly copy and we'll do next question.
Sir,
Yes.
then by this, let's say if ABC ka answer was given, like A into B into C, the number was given, then in that 100A plus 10B plus C, there also you could use like example mod 10.
Suppose if this number is given, then you can apply mod 10 on this.
Mod 10.
Yes.
Okay.
But here you, in this question, I stopped over here
7B.
because I cannot do anything with this because I don't know this story.
ABC. Yeah. Okay.
So I have not used this furthermore. But by chance, suppose there was something like 502 as an answer of 3-digit
Then you
number,
could have used mod.
then you could have used mod 10 to understand what is
And the
C.
answer would be 2.
Huh.
Sir, what is the meaning of that mod there?
Meaning of mod is like we are dividing by 8. Mod 8 means
Mm.
divisor is 8. Nothing more than that.
Sir, can you explain the step after 8a plus b equals to 50?
I again applied the divisor 8 and I understood 8 is divisible by 8. This will produce the remainder as 0. B is an unknown digit, will give remainder as B after division by 8. And 50 divided by 8, you can clearly see the remainder is 2.
So
Sorry,
you
here
have
I have written mod 2, mistaken. That is my mistake. This 2 I think it looks like I copied here also. Can I go to the next question? Or somebody still writing?
Sir, just a minute.
Okay, tell me when you finished. And those who have finished can concentrate on question 28.
Hello, sir.
Bolo, bolo.
Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, you got the equation as 8a plus b equal to 50. Sir, this can be, if there was one more equation present, it would be as a linear equation.
If you have got one more equation, then you can solve it simultaneous equation.
Yeah. So, sir, if in such cases where we get only one equation, can we use this theory?
Yes, I have already shown on the board. Twice I have used the theory.
Okay.
Or otherwise, there are smart children. They start thinking like I was thinking. See, the C is a single digit number. It should be 3, technically speaking. And as per our theory, it also came out as 3. But some smart children are always there. They will say C is 3 and they will go ahead. Then will come back to this step. And again they will start thinking value of A can be this much and value of B can be this much to get answer 400. Or here they will start looking that if I subtract something from 50, the number should get divisible by 8. So how much can be B? Now B is a single digit number, so B can be 2. Then it will be 48 divisible by 8. If not 2, then what it can be? So 2 plus 8 will be 10. But 10 cannot be the case here. B is a single digit. So there is only possible 2 for B. Another way of thinking. And again, we are not worried here about the solution. We don't have to show the solution to anyone. You have to just crack the solution answer. Can I proceed to the next question, question 28?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and what you all can do is you can start writing the explanation of what I am writing on the board. I am not going to write very slow. I'll write very slowly. So you can also start writing solution along with me. So here I am going to judge the first two things. So here we have x plus 1 upon y is equal to y plus 1 upon z. There are three parts, but I have taken only two parts. And we are supposed to find the answer of x square into y square into z square. So that I am writing here, x square multiplied by y square multiplied by z square is how much? Okay. If I do this,
We can take a common variable, right, sir?
pardon me,
Can we take a common variable? Like
common
if we
variable,
take
what is
x,
common?
if we take x plus 1 upon y example equal to k or something.
That also can be tried, no issue. Now what I am doing here is I am showing you on the board. Now I'll take the second equation with the third one and I'll transpose y minus z as I have done here equal to 1 upon x minus 1 upon z. And for the first and the last, x minus z is equal to x minus z. 1 upon x minus 1 upon y. Okay. Also, I am doing some more. I am taking the LCM of the denominators z, y. So on the top it will be y minus z. Here also xz is the LCM, z minus x, and here xy is the LCM, so y minus x. If you look carefully, the left side part is x minus y, and on the right side part, here I can see y minus x. Okay, here it is y minus z, there is y minus z, here is x minus z, there is z minus x. Oh, something happening. So what happens if I multiply this leftmost part, and as a result I have to multiply the rightmost part. So multiplying, I will get this answer, x minus y times y minus z times x minus z, and forget the in between part. I am just comparing the left side and right side, and here I will get y minus z upon zy into z minus x upon xz into y minus x upon xy. I hope you can see the board. I have written. Okay. So let me introduce the bracket. As I add the bracket on the left hand side solution. And you will realize the numerator part is getting cancelled out with the numerator part, and this is denominator is 1, and this is equal to this, and you can see here they are nothing but x square, y square, z square in the denominator, and straight away you can see y minus z is exactly y minus z, x minus y is here y minus x. So if I cancel, I will have a minus 1 remaining quotient, and x minus z, here z minus x. If I cancel, this will also produce minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 will produce 1. So on the top you have 1, and the left hand side you have nothing, 1 upon 1. And you transfer x square, y square, z square to the left. The answer of the required question is 1. So for this question, some algebra you should know how to apply.
So over here, after you did the one, after you got it one upon zy into xz into xy, I don't understand how you got one there.
Which this one?
No, that one I got, but then after you did this step, how do you get one as x square into y?
See, you have 1 upon 1 equal to 1 upon x square, y square, z square. So you transfer x square, y square, z square on this side. You have 1 here.
But how did it? Okay, sir.
You have to cross multiply, my sir. Just multiply, cross multiply. This will come here. This 1 into 1 will be right side. That is the
Yeah.
answer.
No, sir, I was actually asking how do you get 1 upon x square, y square, z square?
Oh, I think you missed out this step. See, x into x is x square, y into y is y square, z into z is z square.
Oh, so you won't multiply them bracket wise.
Which bracket? In the denominator,
Like,
there is no bracket. The bracket was there in the numerator part. Numerator part brackets got cancelled out with the left side numerator part brackets.
okay.
So we finished 29, 30, 29, 28, 27. Let us go to question 26. Those who have finished writing can start thinking on question 26. So next question is question 26. I'll start clearing the board from the top. I hope all have written up to this.
Can you stop yourself? You actually write that part. Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have already started writing this question with a small diagram to understand the question. Many times you need to draw some diagram to understand the question. So I have already drawn the small picture that there is a AB segment which is intersected by another equation 45x minus 9y equal to 67. So there will be one intersection point xy, namely. So this is a sector. What form? Sector. Section form. Sorry, not sector.
Section formulas.
Section formula. So the section formula says x coordinate will be nothing but m into the x coordinate 2m, then n into the x coordinate of a minus n upon m plus n. Y will be similarly m coordinate of minus 3 and n coordinate of 7. So this is what the points are. So we got x and y values, and we have got one equation. So this x and y is going to satisfy this equation given in the question. That means I can replace this x and y by these values and go ahead for
So
completing the question. Yeah,
the values of x and y will be same for the equation and that intersection point also.
correct, because it is intersecting.
Okay, yes.
So I am substituting the value of x in the given equation. 2m minus n upon m plus n minus 9 minus 3m plus 7n upon n plus n is equal to 67. Okay, I can see clearly the denominator is m plus n in both the cases. I can transfer this m plus n on the right hand side. 67 times m plus n. So I can also write this as 67m plus 67n. And also I'll expand the bracket. 45 into this is 90m minus 45m plus 27m minus 63n. How many M's are there? M is 90M, 27M, and here 67. Okay. So 90 plus 27 is 117 minus 67, 50M. Okay. Looking at 45M's, 63M, both are negative. They will get transferred as positive. They will get added in the 67. So 67, 63, and 45 addition is how much? Okay. So 50M is equal to 175M. Both are divided by 25. So 2M is equal to 7M. Now in the question they have mentioned one important point where M and N are co-prime numbers. So there is no common divisor to them. And if I have this kind of thing, then 2 has to be multiplied by 7 and 7 has to be multiplied by 2. Then only they will be equal, 14, 14. As a result, I can understand from this information, M is 7 and N is 2. And the question is asking find M plus N. Oh, so total is 9. Question number 26, answer 9.
Sir, how is 50M is equal to 175 and I didn't understand.
Array, you don't know basic algebra. There are 45 n's negative, 63 n's negative. They both will transfer to the right side. They will get added in this 67 n, which is positive.
Okay.
So here I have not written the full thing like n, n, n. That's it.
Sir, I don't understand the last step.
Which one is the last test? This one?
Yes, sir.
See, m and n are co-primes. So m and n cannot be divided by any common number other than 1. And you have this product 2 into something is also 7 into something. So the smallest possible value of m can be the 7 sitting on the right side can be m, 2 sitting on the left side should be n. That's it. So this is the smallest possible product where m and n are co-primes.
Sir,
Huh?
which question we have to solve next after this?
Okay. 25.
Okay.
So we have finished so far 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 5 questions we have done. 5 questions are remaining and we have another half an hour to go, out of which the question 21 is going to take time. Other 4 questions won't take time. Okay, let's see.
So which question after this?
25. I am going backwardly.
Okay.
Is anybody still writing or can I rub the board?
No, sir, I'm not.
All are done? Anybody still writing?
Yes, sir, we're done.
You are writing?
No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
no. No, nobody's writing, right?
Sir, which question do we have to do?
Array 25. Question 25. 12 numbers A1, A2 up to A12 are in arithmetic AP, arithmetic progression. Sum of all these numbers is 354. And also let P will be the result of addition of second number, fourth number, and so on. And Q is addition of first, third, and so on. And if the ratio of P, sum of P upon sum of Q is 32:27. Then you are supposed to find common difference of the progression. Okay. So looking at the first statement, I can write like this: A1 plus A2, and last part is A12, and the addition is 354. I can express this expression as A1 is called A, then A2 will be A plus the difference, A3 will be A plus two differences, and so on. And then the A12th will be A plus 11 times the difference. And answer is 354. So I can count there are 12 A's, and you have to add 1D, 2D up to 11D. So adding 1D to 11D is shortcut is 11 times the next number 12 upon 2 are the D's. Answer is 354. So here, and 5 plus 3 is that. So this is divided by 6. All are divided by 6. So if I divide quickly by 6, I get this. I'm dividing by 6. 6 5s are 30. 54 is 9. So we found one equation from the from the one first statement. Now let us look at the two more statements. We have to get the sum of P's and Q's. Okay. P is starting with A2. A2 is A plus D. Okay. So here A plus D, then we'll add A plus 3D, which is alternate. A plus 5D.
So you can't take it as like 59 minus A equals to P, but
59
minus A, basically it will be 59 minus A, no?
59 minus
A, because if the sum of from A2 to A12 is 59, shouldn't 59 minus 1A should equal?
1A, but there are two A's.
Oh, okay, yeah, correct. So, no, I got it.
Okay, I'm here 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm supposed to take 6. A plus 7, A plus 9, A plus 11D. So here there are 6 A's, and these I can count 4, 9, 16, 9, 16 plus 9,
So value of D is going to be 5.
36. Huh? What was the question?
D will be 5, sir.
What will be 5?
D value of D common difference will be 5.
How? You got the answer, that means.
Yes. Is it right?
It is right.
Yes.
Do you have any method?
No, I took that second equation from that. P is equal to 192.
What?
P,
192. How did you get 192?
we have the ratio P is to Q is equal to 32 is to 27, right?
Okay.
But P plus Q will be 354.
Okay.
So that 32x plus 27x will be 354, and
Okay.
we will get the value of x at that time.
Okay.
How can you add the ratios, sir?
Yes, 354. It will be more easier to solve the equation.
So this is 59, right?
Right? Yes.
And when you divide 354 by 59, what will be the x?
6.
6.
6.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are supposed to find common difference. Okay. So 32 times 6 is how much?
192.
Okay. So here we have got an information. This is 192.
Yes.
Now there is still one variable left. 6a plus 36d is 192. Now how do you tackle this 6a?
We can use that formula Sn is equal to n minus 2 in bracket first term plus last term. So that here first term will be A2 and last term will be A12. So A2 can be written as A plus D, and A12 can be written as A plus 11D.
Okay, let me guide you little more. If you look at this equation which one we have already found, and this is one more equation which is there, just now we arrived at, right? So there are two equations. So you can solve the answer by simultaneous equations.
We can first simplify the second one as well by dividing everything by 6.
Yeah, I mean that is one part of the further study. Solution 6 3 are 18. So you have got this solution as, let's say, cancel this as 2. Modified version is a plus 6d is 32, and you have 2a plus 11d is 59. So you can quickly multiply this by 2 and then subtract this from 1. 2a, so this is first equation, and I'm multiplying quickly by 2 to all the terms, 64, and now I'm going to subtract by simultaneous equation solution. So 2a are gone out of the picture, so minus d is equal to minus 5 and d is 5. Okay, this will also work, no problem. So it was a good point what he suggested here. I appreciate that.
Sir, how that 192 came? There 6a plus 3060 is equal to 192.
32 into 6 is 192, because 32 is the upper ratio, that is the ratio of p. So p is going to be 32 times 6 and q is going to be 27 times 6.
So I have a question. What did you take in? How did you get 2A and 2A?
This part,
Yeah.
see, this is the second equation. Can you see this?
Yeah. No, as in the first equation only, how did you get 2A? As in, is there
Which
shouldn't be
one?
12? Yeah.
I have divided by 6 everywhere.
Oh, wait, right.
After division by 6, I am getting 2a plus 11d equal to 59.
So
Yes?
for the first equation, we can also use the SN formula to write the same equation.
Yeah, I told you, in mathematics there are many ways of doing the question. We are trying to understand one way, because this class we cannot discuss all the possible methods.
Sir, we can also substitute the values in first equation itself.
Sir, ठीक है, बाकी first understand one solution, that is good enough. You can have many solutions, no problem. You can go ahead with your solutions as long as you are getting the correct answer with a proper approach.
Sir, but we don't need a ratio for this one. 32 raised to 27.
It's okay, whatever you have in mind, you can continue with that. Others, please, those.
But then, sir, we never use the ratios, no? It's fine, right?
You can do whatever you want. You have to get a correct answer.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
And definitely, you cannot be a luckier to get a number from 00 to 99. 100 numbers are there, and one of them
Sir,
is
can you tell me?
answer. Now the next question is question 24. Those who finish writing understanding can concentrate on question 24. Can I have the board?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
how did you get 6a plus 36d is equal to 192?
6a plus 36d.
Huh.
I counted a's in this equation.
Sir, but 192.
192.
Yes, sir.
That is 32 into 6.
Okay.
because 32x represents the P part, the sum of P part, and 27x represents the Q part, sum of Q part.
Okay.
Okay, can I rub the board?
So in the 24th one, the length of the median, where is it taken the median from?
Okay, I'll come to that.
Like from which side?
And I hope all are writing the solutions given by me in your notebook properly. Question 24. Two sides of triangle are 10 and 5 in length. Length of the median to the third side is 6.5. Area of the triangle is this. Find the value of x. Okay, let me draw one triangle called ABC. Two sides are of 10 and 5. Let me call this is 10, that is 5. And length of the median to the third side. So there will be a median to the third side, AB. Let's call point D. And they have mentioned this is a median. Median means BD is equal to TA. And length of that is 6.5. 6.5. Right? Okay. Area of the triangle is 6 root 2. Sorry, not 6 root 2. 6 root x. And they are asking to find the value of x. Okay. This particular question requires one theorem. I don't know whether you have heard this theorem or not. Apollonius theorem.
Yes, sir.
So as per Apollonius theorem, AC square plus BC square is equal to 2 times CD square plus 2 times AD square. So basically square of this is the median CD. So looking at the median, the other sides are AC square plus BC square on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, take the double of CD square, and this AD square can be called as BD square also. So you can take AD square or BD square. So 2 AD square. Now we apply this and see what happens. There are some values here. So 5 square AC square 25, BC 100, CD 6.5, 6.5 square 6 into 7 42.5, 42.25. So 2 into 42.25, and AD square is not known. So this is 125, this is 84.5. .5 is 2 AD square. This will be divided by 2 will be 20.25, will be AD square. And I know square root of this is 5, 4 into 5, 4.5 is AD. If AD is 4.5, AB is going to be double of that, 9. Now the second part is very easy. You have 3 sides known to you. You have a Heron's rule to find when only 3 sides are given to find area. So to find area, first we find semi-perimeter. 15 plus 9, 24 upon 2 is 12. Then area rule will be square root of 12 times 3, 12 minus 9, 12 minus 10 is 2, and 12 minus 5 is 12 minus 5 is 7. Okay. 4, 4, 3, 14. So 12 is a 60, 36 can come out as 6 root 14. When compared with 6 root x, we get to know x is 14. Let me see whether the answer is right. 24. Yeah, 14 is the right answer.
So can you take your camera a little bit down?
Now okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And sir, over here for the area, you use Heron's formula, right?
Huh. Now we are left with only 3 questions. So tell me once you have copied properly. So the next question is going to be question 23.
Sir, can you please tell that formula in ending because we don't have that formula in our book.
Okay. When you know sides 9, 10 and 5, all 3 sides are known. Okay. Then you find the semi-perimeter. Means basically you find the perimeter first of all. So 9 plus 10 plus 5, 15 plus 9, 24 is the perimeter. Make half of 24, 12, and 12 is the semi-perimeter, half perimeter.
Okay.
And then the rule is this: area is given as square root of s times s minus a, s minus b, s minus c, where a, b, c are the sides. So if I say this is a equal to 9, b equal to 10, c equal to 5. Then I have done that. So s was 12, so first is 12. Then 12 minus 9 is 3, 12 minus 10 is 2, and 12 minus 5 is 7.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Those who finish writing can try question 23. I'll be just in a minute. Huh? Okay, I'm rubbing the board. Moving on to question 23. In the given diagram, D is the midpoint of AB. A line DE is drawn to cut BC. DE is drawn to cut BC at E. AF is parallel to DE. It is given that AF equal to FC. Area of BD is 12. Then find the area of AGD. Okay, let us draw the picture. You also all start drawing the picture if you have not done so far. G is a midpoint. And a line D is drawn to cut BCID. AF is parallel to DE. EF is equal to FC. Let me make a double line here. Triangle BD is 12. Area of triangle BDE is 12. We have to find the area of triangle AGD. Okay, this question is entirely based on midpoint theorem and some triangle area properties. And midpoint theorem, you know, when two lines are parallel in a triangle, and if one is a midpoint, the other side will be midpoint. So midpoint theorem I can explain you here with another sketch. PQR, line MN is parallel to QR, and if I say M is a midpoint of PQ, then midpoint theorem says then PN is also equal to NR. Also midpoint theorem says that MN is half of QR. So out of this, what we can use here, let me explain. So if you look at triangle BAF, these like MN and QR are parallel. Here DE and AF are parallel. And also given that D side is midpoint, therefore E side is also midpoint. So as per midpoint theorem, let me get another pen. Okay. Let me see if I can use this pen. So in the triangle BAF, applying midpoint theorem, we get BE, sorry, not B, BE equal to EF, and it is also equal to FC given in the question. So now I do little one more marking here, that this dash, and now this dash is also same. Now I am going to join DF and DC. Also, I did not complete that figure also. Now, okay, now figure is complete. This is G. Now, if you look carefully, the three triangles are having the same upper vertex, and the triangles are base B, upper vertex D, base EF, upper vertex same D, base FC, upper vertex same D. And if this is 12, as per the area of triangles, when they have equal bases and equal heights, the areas will be equal. So quickly I write here BD is 12, then this is also 12, and this is also 12. So total BDC is 36.
But sir, how do you get BE is 12?
Okay, let me explain. And then ADC is also going to be equal to 36. Now again applying midpoint theorem in the triangle CDE. Where should I write? For triangle CDE, applying midpoint theorem, if you look at CD, not E, sorry, B. Right. Which one I'm looking at? This CDA. CD AFB. Yeah. BG is equal to GC. Huh. Okay. DCE. I'm sorry. Here in DCE, DE is parallel to GF and F is the midpoint. Therefore, G is the midpoint for DC. So twice we have used midpoint. Now let me cancel this so I get a space to write. And as shown in the figure, DG is equal to GC. I have written on top also. And if you look at this figure with the base DG, the upper vertex is A. For base GC, upper vertex is A. So bases are equal and the vertex is at the same height for both the triangles, which I can explain you here by a different sketch. If I say this is 10, this is 10 because they are equal, and if I drop the perpendicular, let's say this is 5, then the area of this triangle ABC will be 5 tens are 50 upon 2 is 25, and for this triangle CDA will also be base 10, which is equal, and for ACD height is again 5, so 10 into 5 again 25, 50 upon 2 is 25. This is the concept. So this concept I used here repeatedly. This concept I used here because base are equal. C is the common vertex. The figure looks opposite, but they have the same height. So when bases are equal and the heights are equal, then the areas of the triangles involved are equal. Now I come to ahead ADC. Since ADC is 36, and you can see DGA and GCA as per this rule will stand out to be equal areas like this. That means AGD will be exactly half of 36. Because ADG will be 18 and this triangle will be 18. In the figure it doesn't look like, but in practical proper triangles are drawn, you will understand. But the concept here I have explained. Base is same and both the triangles have equal heights. So here this 25 is the answer for this triangle ABC and this answer is for triangle ACD. And they share the same height as you can see in the figure. Okay. So I hope
Sir,
all
could you explain how AGD and uh, AGC have the same base?
yeah, in this figure it does not look like it is slanted figure, so you are getting confused. Nothing more than that. But see, this is a common line. Wait, where is my pen? See, I draw this figure little in a better fashion to show you what I am trying to say. Let's say this is D, this is G, and C, and A, and drop a perpendicular. Can you figure out now? If DG is equal to GC, it is the same concept.
Yes, got it.
Only it is a slant figure, so we have little confusion in mind. How does it work there? Okay, today I have decided to do one more question only, 22. Question 21 we'll do in the next class, and the next paper also in the next class. So if you have finished copying, tell me, I'll rub the board and do the last one. And question 22 is the last one for today. Because today I talked a lot about guidelines. Next class I will not be talking anything about guideline. So we will have plenty of time. So we can always finish 10 plus 1, 11 questions easily. Is anybody still writing? And by the way, question 22 is very easy.
Sir, can you explain how the age is 18?
Say again.
How the area of AGD triangle came 18?
AGD triangle 18. Okay. See, I understood you. I explained, the area of this triangle and area of this triangle is same. Same way, area of this triangle and this triangle is same. And the total ADC, if you see, net effect is 36. And the area of AGD will be half, AGC will be half of 36.
Yes, understood. Thank you.
I'll give 5 minutes to do the question 22, and you don't substitute values of A and B, just keep solving the variables A and B, like LCM method solving fractions. Question 22.
Yes, sir, is it 1? The answer?
Answer of the question 22. Let me check. Yes, it is 1. So you did now, just now?
Yeah.
Great. Then your class is over. बाकी लोगों की punishment. और मेरी भी. I can leave the class. Okay, I'm
So which question are we doing now?
question 22, the last question for the day. I'm going to solve the question quickly on the board. I'm not writing the question on the board, I am writing the next step of the question. So don't get confused. This is the denominator, taking LCM, completing the numerators of the three fractions.
Then even I solved it.
Simplifying the numerator, this is as it is. I am making the tick mark for the denominator because it is same thing is happening. Nothing I am changing in the denominator. Now I am simplifying the like things, like terms. B root B, and here minus 2B root B. A root A. A root A, there is no A root A. B root B is like term with 2B root B. So it will be minus B root B. 2A root B, double tick, double tick. A root B. And the last part has no like term. Same thing. I can see the first and the last are having root A. So I am going to combine this and write it as root A times A minus B. And here, as the arrow says, they have root B common. If I take, again I get A minus B. Denominator is still remaining the same, no change. And this is like factorization of the quadratic equation or whatever you say. So this is A minus B is a common bracket. And the uncommon parts left over is root A plus root B. And you will notice the denominator was same. Now I'll copy the denominator. Root A plus root B times A minus B. This is my first line on the board. And you can see they are nicely getting cancelled out. Answer is 1. So you don't have to take any value of A and B, even though they have given in the question. Not required.
So can you tell me what all you cancelled, sir?
This bracket with this bracket, this bracket with this bracket.
No, like in the second step.
Second step, this one. So you can see the tick marks. The like term I have made a single tick mark. The double like terms, second like terms I have done 2 tick marks. They are the like
Yes.
terms. Look at the like terms. See the addition, subtraction. Will give this
Yes.
one. Okay, before I stop the class, I want to give the last guideline part. Now you know the solutions of 9 questions which you were not aware beforehand. So by the time you start doing that, my guideline, that let's say that you solved this paper today, let's say for example, or let's say tomorrow, and then on Monday you can sit with physics, which is already discussed, then chemistry questions already discussed, and maths today I have discussed, and then redo the physics part test as a test, redo the chemistry part as a test. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is our class. Okay, then you can shift the activity for this week from Sunday to Friday, because Saturday we have a class again. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday study, physics, chemistry, maths. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, redo physics, redo chemistry, redo maths on Friday. That's it for the class. Any doubt you have anything? Or any doubt on guideline or any other thing not understood by you, you can ask me. Otherwise, teaching part is over for today.
And so in the third step, what have you grouped? Like
This,
root A minus B. Yeah,
this
the after that down.
here to here.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I have already circled A root A and B root A. They both have root A as a common factor.
Okay.
And then leftover uncommon factor for A root A is A. And
Yeah.
minus B root A is minus B.
Yes.
And same thing I did here. Root B is a common thing, uncommon thing, plus A minus B.
Okay. Thank you.
And sir, in that geometry, from where to got that type of question? जे पहिला केलं होतं.
I did not understand exactly what you said.
No, I am telling that in geometry, how to means practice those type of questions where you need to construct.
Oh, no. There are no questions ready-made in the market.
Okay.
Only past papers is only guideline, and I have already given you guideline what you should do in the coming 1.5 months. You keep solving papers every Sunday, and then you follow my guideline, which I'll post it on our class group. So I have not given that in writing because to avoid wastage of time. So sincerely, you follow that route. Don't worry about, because we don't know the question will come from where. But basically, if you understand these 5 papers nicely and this April and Jan 23, 2 more papers. So in all, we will have 7 papers done by the time the real exam will happen. And 7 papers talks about 70 questions in every subject. You have thoroughly understood.
Yes.
That is good enough. Don't worry too much.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because you are in 10th standard, you have board exam, prelims, and all that stuff in the mind.
Sir, and
Please
will
take
you
out
be able to
2
help us?
hours every week. That is the whole issue.
And will
Any
you be
other
able to
doubt?
help us with those? Will you be able to
What?
help us with those other papers?
No, see, that's what I'm telling you. See, there is a solution on the website. Written solution is there for the 5 papers which I mentioned in my guideline class notebook.
Okay.
So like today I have given solutions. Rest, there will not be any teacher to show you how they have written that solution.
That's
That
what I
smartness
was
you
asking.
have to show by self-study, understanding the solutions. Because these 5 particular question papers, solutions are there. Therefore, I am giving those 5 question papers only. There are many more papers there and they don't have any solution. Even you solve that papers before that, like for 2018, 17, 2019, there is no solution on the website. So you can only understand whether how many questions I could get right, how many I could get wrong. That's it. But there is no guideline available anywhere. That is the reason I want you all to focus 7 questions, the latest 7 papers, sorry, not questions, 7 papers. Any other point anybody wants to discuss? Can we stop the meeting? Yes, then I am stopping the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can you send the document of the planning?
I'll upload within 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.